To give you the latest information, as of October 6th at 8 in the morning, Sonoma County continues to suffer of a large number of COVID cases. For a while, we were doing up to 30, 34 people who were getting COVID. Now we are still in the 60s. In the last 24 hours, 67 people tested positive for COVID, and this does not include the people who tested at home with the test at home, and then they don't report if they came up positive for COVID. Also, in the last 24 hours, 2 more individuals have passed away. We know that people who are not vaccinated are at a greater risk of passing on as a result of that. We just wanted to take a moment and remind you that 70% of the population of Sonoma County are still not vaccinated. That is probably over 80,000 individuals. Many of these individuals are also choosing to not vaccinate their children, which is interesting because in this country, compared to other countries, the United States is still a country that is the least vaccinated, and a lot of vaccines go to waste because they make them available and people don't take it. In the last 24 hours, we had 1,143 new vaccines administered in Sonoma County. And so it's important for us to keep this in mind. For parents who are choosing to not vaccinate their children, it is important to recognize that you may choose not to vaccinate them today, but in a year, in 6 months, at some point, the law will require your children to be vaccinated, right? Why are you putting your kids at risk? And it's important for us to do that critical analysis, as I call it, right? Do we want children that are at risk or possibly developing memory issues or a permanent cough or lack of energy, as they call the long COVID, right? So it's important. I've met several students who have said, I want to get vaccinated, but my parents are not letting me do so. We invite you to think about the future of your children. We invite you to think about their future contributions or dependency in society. This is what this is all about. For people who think that COVID is over, COVID is never going to go away. This is just how it is. We want to remind you that COVID cases will continue if we don't get vaccinated. And as a result of that, there's going to continue to be cases where people are going to lose their fight and their battle against COVID. So the sooner we all get vaccinated, the less the virus will be able to mutate, which is what is happening now. And with that, we're going to just remind you, you can go to socoemergency.org to get information about where you can get the free vaccine, where you can get tested, and much, much more.